The University of Tokyo Hokkaido Forest was established in 1899. The forest area stands at about 22,000 hectares. It is located in the center of Hokkaido Island, northern Japan. Our forest is located in the hemiboreal mixed conifer-broadleaf forest zone. Two major conifers are Abies saharinensis and Piceazensis, and predominant broadleaves such as Tilia, Acer, Betula, Quercus, and Carpanax. In 1958, we initiated a business-scale experiment of the stand-based silvicultural management system called Rinbun Segyoho in Japanese. The system has been continuously conducted for over 60 years. The idea behind our system is that management should be adapted to the conditions of each stand to maximize the multiple public and economic functions of forest ecosystems. Spatially explicit classification is one of our essential planning techniques. Natural forests are classified into several management types. Operationally, forest planners make classification decisions on-site based on their empirical skills and expertise gained through long-term work experience. Single tree selection harvest has been implemented as the main silvicultural system. The cutting cycle is either 15 or 20 years, which depends on stand growth rates and accessibility. In each managed area, the rate of tree removal is from 10 to 70% of the growing stock, which is lower than the stock growth rate. We are currently working on a unique application of geospatial information technology in the silviculture management system. Emerging technologies such as LiDAR and UAV photogrammetry have been utilized to characterize forest canopy structure and vegetation type, and to estimate stand volume and carbon stock over uneven mixed forests managed under the silviculture system. It is possible to pinpoint the location of tree individuals and canopy gaps using such technologies. The information can be used to develop spatially explicit individual-based models for predicting long-term stand dynamics, to identify the sites with poor natural regeneration, and to manage high-value tree species on a single tree basis. We further construct a knowledge base for natural forest management by extracting the empirical knowledge of forest planners using such technologies. The explicit knowledge can be stored and accumulated on the computer or tablet device.
In Hokkaido, a major natural disturbance forest is Windstorm. Our forest was severely devastated by a typhoon in 1981, when almost 40% of forest area was brought down. Post-Windstorm recovery practices such as scarification and plantation have been carried out, while the recovered sites have less complex structure dominated by only a few species. Such forest is thought to be vulnerable to further disturbance caused by wind and snow. Therefore, we have changed the post-disturbance practice to restore mixed conifer-broadleaf forest rather than single-species plantation in these decades. It has been reported here that dominance of deciduous trees is increasing in mixed conifer-broadleaf forests. This trend is partly related to the effect of disturbances and possibly to environmental changes such as climate warming. The increase in deciduous broadleaves can cause the overgrowth of Sasa dwarf bamboo in forest floor, which prevents the natural tree regeneration. This reduces the resilience of the forest to wind disturbance. We are now developing a forest management plan to facilitate natural tree regeneration to maintain conifer broadleaf mixed forests with abundant advanced regeneration.
In the forest management of the Hokkaido forest, maintaining biodiversity is an important issue as well as sustainable wood production. So in our forest so far, more than 35 mammal species and 80 bird species, including endangered species, have been confirmed by several regular surveys. Most of these animals depend on forests for their food and roosting habitat. So we are studying how forest practices affect animals through habitat modification and seeking appropriate practices to maintain biodiversity. So on the other hand, we need to pay attention to forest damage caused by wild animals. So as in other areas, the population density of deer has increased in the Hokkaido forest. So far, no significant damage has been observed, but we are monitoring population fluctuations through regular light censuses so that we can take immediate action.
It is well known that the forest has a variety of ecosystem services for human society because our forest is surrounded by an extensive farmland in Hokkaido, and because our forest locates upstream of the farmland, water-related ecosystem service is one of the most important services of our forest. Our forest receives about 1,200 millimeters of rainfall snowfall annually, part of which is returned to the atmosphere through forest evapotranspiration, because forest management such as harvesting and thinning can alter forest evapotranspiration and eventually stream discharge. Our major concerns are how our forest management system affects water-related ecosystem service and whether or not there is trade-off between water-related and other ecosystem services.
The University of Tokyo Hokkaido Forest offers a useful case example of nature-based forest management practices in East Asia. We are looking forward to future research collaboration with you for building a green, healthy and resilient future with forests.